I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10.
Hello everyone. Hey there. You welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am Omah. In this channel, as you all know, I share creative tutorials on how to crochet, how to sew, craft, and other basic DIYs. So if that sounds like something you're very much interested in, you should definitely hit that subscribe button below. Thank you. So guys, in today's tutorial, I want to show you all how to crochet this cute ruffled hat, which I have right here on my hair. It's so pretty and cute. The crown of the hat is black and the base, while the ruffle or the brim part is pinky, and that's actually cute. So I want to teach you all how to make this ruffled hat for all sizes. So you might want to hit that subscribe button, put your notification bell so you don't miss any of my updates whatsoever. If you already subscribed and your notification bell is not yet on, that means you're not going to be informed when I put up something. Okay, so hit that subscribe button, put notification bell, and let's get right into the tutorial. And for this tutorial, I'll be working with my 4.0mm hook, 4 balls of yay yarn, which is the black and the 3 pinks, my scissors, my stitch marker, and lastly my measuring tape. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, now roll your yarns over your finger and let's make a chain of 5. Okay, so quickly insert that hook right at the middle of the first circle and chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now insert your hook right at the very first chain space and make a slip stitch just like this. Okay, then yarn over and insert your hook right at the middle of that circle and make a double crochet stitch. Okay, that's your first double crochet stitch. Then make another double crochet stitch. That's 2. Now make the third one 3 and the next one 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Complete. So that's the 12th chain, 12th double crochet rather. Then drag that string right before there to contrast the circle a little bit. Okay, then insert your hook right at the very first chain space over there and make a slip stitch. That's to close the circle. So as you can see, the circle has been closed. So on the next row now, chain up 3. Good. Yarn over and make a double crochet right at that same chain space, which is regarded as our increase. And on the next chain space, make 2 double crochet stitches on the same chain space. That's 2. On the third chain space, yarn over and make another increase on that particular chain space. That is 2 double crochet stitches on the same chain space. So guys, for this particular row 1, we are just making increases all around. That is 2 double crochets in the same chain space for the 12 chain spaces. Okay, you're going to be doing that on the 12 chain spaces. So in total, you should be having 24 double crochet stitches. Okay, so make sure you got that correctly and you did that to the end. Okay, so on the last chain space, that's right here, you'll be ending with a slip stitch, just as you can see. Now for row 2, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, then yarn over and make a double crochet stitch on the same chain space. That's an increase. So on the next chain space, yarn over and make 1 double crochet on that chain space. On the next one, make an increase, that is 2 double crochet stitches on the same chain space just as shown. On the next one, 1 double crochet stitch. So guys, for this row 2, you can see we started with an increase, then 1, then an increase, then 1. So that's the pattern you follow all around till we meet to the end of the row. Okay, and now I'm almost at the end of this row, guys. Yeah, I'm working my double crochet stitches. Make sure when you get to the end, you do not end with an increase. Make sure you end with 1 single double crochet stitch. Okay, and then to end the row, make a slip stitch from the very first chain space at the top of the very first chain there, and slip stitch, and that's the end of this row. And now for round 3, I'm going to start up with a chain 3 as usual, yarn over, and then make a double crochet on the next chain space. Just as you can see, on the next chain space, make an increase just like this. 2, yeah. So for this particular row, I started with 2 normal double crochet stitches, and on the third chain space I made an increase. So next I'll make 1 double crochet stitch, the next one another double crochet stitch, and on the third one an increase. So that's it. So for row 3, we are increasing on every third chain space. Okay, for row 3 we are increasing on every third chain space. So that's the pattern for this row, guys, and I will meet you guys at the end of this particular row. So guys, I'm almost at the end of my row 3, and I am working my double crochets and making sure that I end with an increase, because I didn't start with an increase. So ensure you end with an increase for row 3, and then you end with a slip stitch. Okay, yeah, so slip stitch, and that's the end of round 3. And now for row 4, chain up 3, yarn over, and make another double crochet stitch on that chain space, the same chain space. That's an increase. On the next chain space, make 1 double crochet stitch. On the second one, make another double crochet. On the third one, make another double crochet stitch, and on the fourth one, make an increase. Okay, so for row 4, we are increasing on every 4th chain space. Okay, for row 4, you are increasing on every 4th chain space. Okay, so that's the pattern for this round 4, guys. Keep working that, and I'll meet you guys at the end. So guys, you've seen the pattern so far. This is how we will keep increasing. For row 1, we just made 2 double crochet in each chain space. For row 2, we are increasing on every 2nd chain space. For round 3, we increase on every 3rd chain space. Round 4, we increase on every 4th chain space. So this is what you keep doing until you hit your desired diameter. Then I'll show us what next to do. Hey guys, this is how far I have worked. I am now at round 6, which is the diameter of the head I am working with. I kept on increasing till this extent. When I start with an increase, I do not end with an increase, and vice versa. So far I have 6 inches here, which is the diameter of the head I am about to work with. So after that, guys, you will stop increasing. Yeah, so on the next row, which is row 7, you will stop making increases and then start working regular double crochet stitches. So to begin, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, that's a little bit stuff. So make 1 double crochet stitch on the next chain space, just as you can see. On the next chain space, make another double crochet stitch. On the next one, another double crochet stitch. So keep working your regular double crochet stitches, 1 in each chain space, all through this row and I will meet you at the end of this particular row. Remember, no increases, okay? So guys, I'm almost at the end of the row, and I am going to be working the same way. Yes, and at the end I just make sure I end with a slip stitch just as shown, and that would be the end of row 7. So for rows 8, you'll be working the same regular double crochet stitches all around without an increase. So that's how far we'll keep working. I'm just gonna put my stitch marker here to mark where I stopped on that round 6. That was where I stopped making increases. So from there I should walk 3 inches from that particular point where I stopped making increases downward, yeah, until I hit my desired length. I'm just gonna walk 3 inches from there, yeah, 3 inches from that particular place. You know, when from the head or from the top, I've already walked 3 inches to my diameter, yeah. So from there I'm just gonna walk extra 3 inches, and then I'll be showing us what next I should be doing, okay? So keep walking and meet me after your 3 inches. So guys, I just completed my 3 inches body part. Yeah, as you can see here now, our crown is complete, which ended at row 6, and then I walked down to here, which is 3 inches. The body part ended at round 13. Yes, that's where I stopped. So the full length of the hat now measures 6 inches at this point. Yeah, so 3 inches was my crown, 3 inches was my base. So guys, from this point now, I'm gonna start working on the brim part or the ruffles, okay? So slightly loosen up this work to where we stopped and try to make another slip stitch. So that's the point where I'll be inserting my new yarn or the pink yarn. Yes, and now I will be introducing my pink color yarn, just as you can see, into the project. So that's for rows 14. We're about working on rows 14 now. So you just introduce the pink color yarn as if you're trying to make a slip stitch and start a new chain. So I've already chained up 1. So now I'll chain up 2 and 3. Flip your work over and secure your ends together. Yes, not the pink and the black together, to make sure your work doesn't pull off from there. And then make a double crochet stitch on that same chain space just as shown. Yarn over again, make the 3rd double crochet on that same chain space. So altogether we have 3 double crochet stitches on that particular chain space. Yarn over on the next chain space, make 1 double crochet just like this, make another one 2, and the 3rd one 3 on that same chain space. So altogether that means we are doing 3 double crochet stitches, 3 double crochet stitches on each of the various chain spaces. So that's what you'll be doing all around till we get to the end of this row. So keep working 3 double crochet stitches in each chain space all through the end of this round 14, and I'll meet you guys at the end of this row.
Like Gabby, Stacy, Yuki, all of the Barbies is pretty, damn. All of the Barbies is bad, it girls, and we ain't playing tag. We ain't nothing to play about. You wanna play in the playhouse? What they gon' say now? I'm watching these bitches, I'm up in the scene now. Like I'm ready to bang. All the fake Barbies just wanna pretend. Like, don't let me go find me a pen. Wearing lead, now I'm up ready to bed.
So guys, we are almost at the end of this row. Yes, I've been working 3 double crochets in each chain space all along this particular row, and I'm approaching the end just as you can see, and then I will be ending with a slip stitch. So now that we are done with our round 14, this is what our hat actually looks like for the first round of ruffles. So for rows 15, we will start again. Okay, so for rows 15 you're going to be making 3 double crochets stitches in each chain space. Okay, so I've made the first 3. On the next chain space I will be working the same 3 double crochet stitches in each chain space. Okay, and on the next chain space the same 3 double crochets on the same chain space. So basically that's the pattern for this rows 15, which is the second row of our ruffles. Okay, so we are increasing on every chain space, 3 on every chain space. So that is what you are going to be doing from here, guys, and I will meet you all at the end of this particular row. So guys, I'm almost at the end of this second row of the pink, and this is what our hat is looking like already. I mean, these ruffles are just giving. Well, let me just go ahead and complete our second row of the pink. I'm almost approaching the end of this particular row, just as you can see, and then I will obviously be ending with a slip stitch just as usual. Okay, so slip stitch from the top there, and that would be the end of this particular row 2 of the ruffles, which is around 15. Quick one, if you're still here watching and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button below and put on notification bell so you can get notified once I put up a new tutorial. Okay, thank you for the support, I would really appreciate that. So guys, I'm sure by now you should be seeing the effect of the ruffles, that the ruffled hat is really coming out. So at this point I can say at round 2 actually you can stop making your ruffles if you're okay with the ruffles, but if you want more you can join me to round 3, okay, of the ruffles. I'm just going to be making 3 rounds of ruffles. Okay, so if you want it more than that as well, keep working 3 double crochets in each chain space for more rounds. If you want more volume, I want it more dramatic, you can keep making increases, but for me I'm just gonna be working 3 rounds of my ruffles. Okay, so basically that's what you should be doing. Keep working your ruffles and I will meet you at the end. And here is our ruffled hat sitting pretty. Okay, so guys, I just completed that 3rd row of ruffles and this is what I have. Our ruffles are just giving. Remember, you can rearrange this the way you want it to sit pretty. Okay, yeah, and basically that's it. So more volume you can increase, less volume you can reduce. Okay, and here is the finished look of my ruffle hat, guys. I'm so much in love with this particular hat, like I can't get over it at all. If you enjoyed my video, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button below and make sure you put on notification bell so you don't miss any of my updates once I post a new video. Share this video with as much as possible. We might find it very helpful, and I'll see you cuties in my next video. Okay, bye, and I love you guys. Keep crocheting, keep doing what you love to do best, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, don't forget you can actually style this hat in any form you want, the slanted way, the pretty way.